Hello everyone. Today I'll be talking about the cryptocurrency and regulation of official digital currency bill 2021. This bill will be introduced in the parliament in this winter session. The aim of this bill is to prohibit private cryptocurrencies in India with certain exceptions and also to create a framework for creation of the official digital currency to be issued by Reserve Bank of India. Before understanding this particular bill, I will explain what is a cryptocurrency. So cryptocurrency is a digital or virtual currency. Right now, when we talk about currency, the first thing which comes in our mind is our 100 rupee note, 200,000 rupee note, or 500 rupees note, because that's we call it as currency. Or when we talk about that, we are doing any transaction online from one bank to another bank by using any particular app. So this is how our mode of transaction, how we work. But cryptocurrency is something totally different. It's a digital or a virtual currency. In this particular cryptocurrency, how the transaction happens, it is emerged as a person to person electronic cash system that allows online payments to be sent directly from one person to another person. In this, no financial institution is involved. You can send directly a cryptocurrency or you can directly send the money from one person to another person without the involvement of any intermediary or without the involvement of any financial institution. So you can say that it's an internet based medium of exchange which uses cryptographic functions to conduct financial transactions. So this is how we can understand cryptocurrency in a normal way. But how our bill defines cryptocurrency? This particular draft bill, which will be introduced, defines cryptocurrency as any information, code, number, or token generated through cryptographic means or otherwise, which has a digital representation of value and has utility in a business activity or acts as a store of value or a unit of account. So cryptocurrency, the first currency that was generated was by Bitcoin. So Bitcoin made some codes, and whoever was able to solve that particular code, they used to get the Bitcoin. So it is one example. When we talk about cryptocurrency, the first thing that comes into our mind is a Bitcoin. So all these things require a lot of energy to be generated, lot of coding that is required to be generated, and a token is generated. So this is what we understand by cryptocurrency. But on the other hand, when we come to our traditional currencies, how it is different. In our traditional currencies, a central authority issues currency that all parties are legally bound to accept as a mode of payment. So whatever is issued by our Reserve Bank of India, that this is our currency, this is our legal tender, all of us, what we do, we accept it. So this makes the issued currency as a legal tender. But this is not the case with cryptocurrencies, because most cryptocurrencies are not backed by sovereign guarantee, and therefore they are not considered as a legal tender. This is the main reason, because they are not guaranteed, they are not backed by any sovereign guarantee. So for a legal tender, transaction data is usually maintained centrally with financial institutions like bank, but all these things, all these steps are missing in cryptocurrency, and that is why government is thinking of banning. If we talk about other countries, like what is happening in other countries, when we talk about countries such as Japan, Canada, Switzerland, what is happening there is they are regulating cryptocurrencies under their anti money laundering provision. Japan has accepted certain cryptocurrencies as a legal payment method, but China and Saudi Arabia has prohibited their use as a currency. So cryptocurrencies are totally prohibited in China and Saudi Arabia. Only one country that all of us need to remember right now, the only country which recognizes cryptocurrency as a legal tender is El Salvador. So El Salvador is the only country which recognizes cryptocurrency as a legal tender. So this is an important question or important thing that all of you should know. Now coming on to the ban on cryptocurrency, what all things will be banned when we are talking about this bill? In this particular bill, what all things will be banned are: the draft bill bans the use of cryptocurrency as a legal tender or currency. And simultaneously, it also prohibits certain processes, certain steps. Like it prohibits mining, buying, holding, selling, dealing in issuance, disposal, or use of cryptocurrencies. All these steps are prohibited in this particular bill. Now, buying, holding, selling might be clear to all of you, but what do we mean by mining of cryptocurrency? What do we understand by mining of cryptocurrency is mining is an activity aimed at creating a cryptocurrency or validating cryptocurrency transactions between a buyer and a seller. So for the whole of this process, we use the word mining and when we talk about cryptocurrency. So in cryptocurrency, mining means that it is an activity which creates cryptocurrency or validates cryptocurrency transactions between buyer and seller. What all other activities are prohibited are when any use of cryptocurrency as a medium of exchange, store of value, or unit of account, to use it as a payment system, or for providing services such as registering, trading, selling, clearing of cryptocurrencies to individuals, or trading it with other countries, or issuing any financial products related to it. So all of these things will be banned in this particular bill if this bill is passed in the parliament. Now, when I talked about the aim of this bill, I also said that India will ban all private cryptocurrencies, but there will be certain exceptions. So what all are the exceptions involved? So the central government may exempt certain activities if necessary in public interest. So the use of technology or processes underlying cryptocurrencies can be allowed to be used or to be done for experiment, research, or teaching is permitted. So all these activities involving cryptocurrency will be allowed, and this will be termed as an exception as provided under this bill. Now, there is one more concept that the government wants to introduce is the concept of digital rupee, because the central government is focusing on creating a framework for digital currency that will be recognized by the RBI, by the Reserve Bank of India. That will be an official digital currency. So the central government, in consultation with the central board of the RBI, approved digital rupee to be a legal tender, and the RBI may also notify a foreign digital currency as a foreign currency. So foreign digital currency means a digital currency that is recognized as a legal tender in a foreign jurisdiction. So this concept will also be introduced in this bill. Now coming on to the offenses and the penalties. If anyone who does not abide by the laws that are provided in this particular bill, they will be given punishment. Penalties will be imposed upon them. So if anyone under this bill is involved in mining, holding, selling, issuing, transferring, or using cryptocurrency, they will be punished with a fine or imprisonment of up to 10 years or both. Then if anyone is issuing any advertisement, soliciting, assisting, or inducing participation and use of cryptocurrency, then they will be punished with the imprisonment of up to 7 years, or fine may also be imposed upon them. So these are the offenses, these are the penalties that will be imposed, and people will also be given time. So once this bill is passed and this particular act comes into force, then 90 days period will be given to those who hold these cryptocurrencies. Time will be given to them so that they can dispose of their cryptocurrencies as per the rules notified by the government. So 90 days period will be given to those who have or who hold any cryptocurrency so that they can dispose of that particular cryptocurrency. So this was in short the major points that are involved in this particular bill. Now I will in short tell you about the advantages and disadvantages of cryptocurrency. So first let's focus on advantages. So if we are using cryptocurrency, then it is an easier means to transfer funds. It is a secured means, minimum processing fees involved in it, and it promotes privacy because there is no intermediary in between. When we talk about the disadvantages of cryptocurrency, it involves that it is well suited for illegal activities because it is not backed by any sovereign authority. It is highly volatile, and the entire ecosystem is not at all secure because directly you can transfer funds from one party to another party. There is no regulation, there is no sovereign authority involved in it. And the last is there is absence of regulation. So in case you have been frauded in cryptocurrency, you have any issue, you cannot go to any authority because there is no authority that is involved. There is no regulation on cryptocurrency. So these are the disadvantages. I hope this video was helpful to all of you in understanding what is a cryptocurrency, what is this bill all about, and why government is banning private cryptocurrencies in India. I hope this video was helpful to all of you. Please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And in case anyone has any problem in relation to legal matters or for preparing any exam, you can reach out to me on my Instagram ID. The link for the same is provided in the description below. Thank you very much.